Yo, what's up guys, I'm back, got a review for you. This time we have this 88 Freddie Ljungberg. Now obviously these are the upgraded World Cup hero cards, and I decided to use him and Alawiron together as a strike partnership. On stats then, so he's 5'9", got the medium work rate, he's right-footed with these 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot. Now in the 16 match I played with him, I got 14 goals and 11 assists, which is actually quite a nice return, because now he's using him and Alawiron as like two of the main strikers necessarily. As you can see by his alternate positions, he can play right mid, left mid and also left wing, so there's no central positions unfortunately like cam or striker, but with that being said, he still has got a little bit of variety, which is quite nice. As I use him with the finished chem style, you can also use him with the dead eye and stuff like that, but I'll speak more about that after on the positive and negative side of things. But with the finished chem style, I feel like it just boosts up the shooting and dribbling really nicely and just makes him a swift, agile striker, which I used him as a 2-strike formation with Alawiron. Now our stats then, so he's got 90 pace, 85 shooting, 84 passing, 88 dribbling and also 80 physical. So on paper it's quite a nice well-rounded card. He's also got the outside the foot shot trait, which is also another good aspect about the card, but I'll speak more about that after. If you do enjoy the clips or want to see more, please do subscribe, it generally does help the channel out a lot, and I'll see you after. Peace.
Take a moment right here, feeling like it's out gear. Driving towards the sun with a rose and a gun. Feel the wind in my hair, going nowhere I swear. Like an outlaw on the run, dangerous but it's so fun. Running, running, no. Hold on, don't let go. Running, running, no. Keep running. Told my boss that I'm done. Had no luck with my mom. Say, what will you do with your life? You know it's hard to survive. A cigar in my mouth. Maybe guilty but proud. Now I'm an outlaw on the run. Dangerous but it's so fun. Running, running, no. Hold on, don't let go. Running, running, no. Keep running.
So what's my overall thoughts about the card then? Now this card kind of reminds me a little bit of like a mid-Nedved in terms of stats, but with that being said, I actually feel like this card's a little bit better than mid-Nedved, to be honest. I feel like overall the characteristics of this card are a lot better, so I'll go through it then. So first one is the 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot. Now this is a necessity for me. Obviously the weak foot doesn't matter too much when you're outside the foot shot tray and stuff like that, but it is actually quite nice when you also forced onto that left foot. And he also got good weak foot, to be fair. It's not bad, it's very consistent, which I quite like. And also the 4-star skills, there's not really much to talk about with them. You can do the McGeedees, do the Lacquettes, but you really do want the 5-star skills, if I'm completely honest. So next one for me is the pace. And overall for this, obviously I had Alawaru next to him, so he's not going to look like amazingly fast, but he wasn't slow, don't get me wrong. He will be able to outpace a lot of the defenders, which is quite nice. The 92 acceleration is definitely the better one out of that, and you do kind of want the higher acceleration on the attackers and the lower sprint speed, just so they can get through and go faster, rather than having the higher sprint speed, because obviously the centre backs have the higher sprint speed, so you're just going to lose that battle no matter what. Now the finishing for me, on the outside of the foot shot, they were very, very deadly this card, I noticed. The Trivellas were just insane, especially on the right foot. He would whip them so hard with that 99 finishing with the finishing chem style. Obviously the composure is a little bit low, and this is why he would miss quite a few chances at times. But with that being said, it still was really, really deadly on those Trivellas. Now, the shot power for me is a little bit low as well. The finishing is one of his lesser attributes, except from the Trivellas, obviously. But generally speaking, the shot power needs to be upgraded, the composure as well. But the actual finishing and the attack precision aren't bad in game. They're actually quite nice. Now, the passing for me, the ones that matter are the vision, the short pass, a little bit of the long pass and the curve, and he has that in abundance. That's quite nice. So this is where you can play this card anywhere. You can play him wide, which I feel like a lot of people will, playing like a ram position or a cam or a strike. And you can play this card anywhere in attack and he'll do well. That's what I feel like is so best about him. The 86 short pass is really good, the 85 vision is really good, the 85 curve is good. Unfortunately, you don't have the finesse shot rate to go with it, but with that being said, it's still decent. Now, the dribbling attributes, I feel like it's one of his worst attributes. He doesn't really feel like the most agile of cards. I know he's 5'9", but he just doesn't really feel like a Messi kind of agile or anything like that. He feels not bad, don't get me wrong, but it's generally, I feel like you do need the finisher to boost it, otherwise you'll feel very lacklustre. Now, as well as this, you've got the composure in this. The ball shot's not bad, and neither the reactions. The actual dribbling stat's not too bad, but the agility to get twisting and turning, it's not bad, but it's not amazing. It's average is what I call it. Now, this is where the card's a little bit weak. So, the jumping and head actually are very, very low on this card. Just very, very weak. He's not going to be an aerial man, so don't try him for that at all. But the stamina is actually really nice on this card. So that is one of the key attributes about him. So you can just play, like, as I said, you can play him wide, cam, and obviously with his stamina, in the right instructions, you're never going to run out. Like, even at 120 minutes, he'll still be running, which is really, really nice. Obviously, later on in the game, it might get a little bit worse, and maybe you want 90 plus stamina. But for this stage of the game, 89 stamina is one of the best I've seen, so that's actually quite good. Now, the strength and aggression are quite low, as well as the balance. He will get pushed off quite easily, but he will be able to push off a few of the fullbacks, so obviously they have like around 70 physical as well. But the centre backs are obviously going to be a lot bigger, so try and stay away from that if possible, and try and do some 1-2s. So, like, let's say Alawaru, you do some 1-2s, get Alawaru in behind, maybe sweat to him, or just shoot with Alawaru. He's very good for a 1-2 kind of player. So, on to my overall scores about this card then. Now, first for me is the pace. Now, overall for the pace, I'm giving it 8.5 out of 10. It's not bad, but it's not amazing. I didn't really feel like he was Alawaru fast or anything like that, but he will be able to burst from goal when you need him to. Now, the shooting for me, I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. It's not amazing, don't get me wrong. The Trivellas are very, very good on this card. But other than that, the finishing is decent, but the composure lets it down at times, and the shot power is a little bit weak. Now, the passing for me, it depends on where you're playing realistically. If you're playing striker or wide, you can need the passing a little bit less than the central cam. So for their ratings, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. But for an actual central cam, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Purely because I feel like you just need a little bit more there, and he hasn't really got too much long passes like that. Now, the dribbling for me, overall for this, I'm going to give it 8 out of 10. It's not bad. I feel like you can have a little bit more agility and a little bit more composure and maybe a little bit more balance, but overall, it's not bad and he will be able to twist and turn. Now, the physicals for me. Now, the one that matters is the stamina, and he's also got a little bit of strength on the side of it. So, overall for this, I'm going to give it 8 out of 10. The stamina is the main important one, and especially on this card, considering you're going to be playing him in a lot of positions, he's got a lot of variety. That stamina is going to be very important at times, so I feel that's a fair rating. So, on overall score from then, I'm going to give it 8.2 out of 10. I didn't really feel it's amazing of card, quite average necessarily, but with that being said, he is only like 70k, so do I think it's worth it for 70k? I'm going to say yes. There's not many cards that are better than him all round for 70k, especially since he's got the nice links as Prem, and he's also got nice well-rounded stats with 4-star, 4-star. So, overall for that, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 value coins. I do think it's worth it, and it's actually quite a nice card to pick up. But that's all for my view as always. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do subscribe. It generally does help the channel out a lot. But I've got nothing more to say. See you next time, and peace out, guys.